What is up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of Another Disney Podcast. That's right. Don't adjust your YouTube or your hearing devices. It is me. I am back. I am here. I missed you guys so much last week. It's going to be a fun week. We're going to talk about all things quick service in the Magic Kingdom. Let's do it.
This is another Disney podcast production.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
So glad to
What's
have
going on?
Uncle Fester, Brandon back.
Uncle Fester. That's not very nice at all. That's not very nice.
I don't even know enough about that character to know how there would even be a correlation. But the fact that you said that's not nice, there must be some type of correlation.
There must be. I mean,
it's Correlation Day. Sorry.
It's Correlation Day. Open
already
that door. I didn't know they did that anymore.
Fast. Hey, as per usual, we had no clue what we were going to talk about until like 2 hours ago.
That's how we roll.
You had a great idea, but I wanted to save that for a guest because that would be fun to include other humans. But out of this no idea spawned an idea of a first for us. And so that is this is the first of a series of shows that we're going to devote solely to food. Now I feel like an older sold it. It's not going to be that good.
I mean, as you can tell, we both are experts in the category. Yes. So, I mean, we should have some good opinions on food.
Yeah. So as for right now, we'll do 3 separate episodes, which again, this is not that exciting, people, because all the things that we say, 87.6% of the people probably will like something else or disagree entirely, and then 12.2% will love it, and the other people will be like, "Oh, cool." So now we've lost all of our listeners. And, okay, bye. I just thought, like, okay, what if we talk about food, because we haven't done this, and we can break down our favorite restaurants for quick service, and that's what we're going to do this episode. Then we'll have an episode devoted to sit down restaurants, and then our favorite snack places, not necessarily the snack. I mean, obviously that'll be a big reason as to why we go there, but our favorite snack stops. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we're gonna copyright it. Snack stops.
There it is. Hashtag snack stops. Tell your friend. It's not a tongue twister. Okay. So quick service it is, and so we don't have to keep it necessarily at the parks, but especially for quick service, why I didn't include Disney Springs is because it's been several years now, but they took away my favorite one. So I was like, we're not talking about the Springs anymore. They're dead to me.
I agree. They're dead to me as well. They took it away.
So many people go there, and I mean, now it would be Chicken Guy. Like, I do love Chicken Guy.
Yeah, and that's actually the cheapest meal that you can get at Disney Springs.
Yes.
So if you go get the 3 tender combo, so 3 tenders, some French fries, and a drink, I mean, that's going to cost you maybe like, $11 max. And they're decent sized chicken tenders. So they're pretty full. So even though we said we're not going to talk about Disney Springs, we just completely described our favorite quick service place at Disney Springs. So
the problem is with that place is I'm a sauce connoisseur, a voyeur, if you will. And so, like, I want to get 19 sauces. So my meal ends up being $47 because they're like 50 cents a piece. And I'm like, I want all of them, please.
That's true.
And you only get 3
unless
strips,
you have that guy.
So it's like
unless you have that guy walking around with he's got like the sauce belt. Remember that guy? Like when they first opened, there was like a guy outside with an apron that had like 46 pockets for the sauce. And he just came around and he'd be like, quick, 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 quick. And he would give you as many sauces that you want. That's how they lure you in. That's how they get you at the Chicken Guy. They just say, these sauces are delicious. Taste them. Oh, that'll be $46 to add 3 more.
Again, not talking about Disney Springs tonight.
Not talking about Disney Springs.
But I will conclude this whole conversation with wasabi honey. Tell your friends. Wasabi honey. That's all you need to know.
Wasabi honey is good.
Yep.
I've
sampled them all, and that one is my jam. All right.
It's legit.
Good show. Tell the people where they can find us online. Oh. 2 old men griping about Disney.com. It's our new website. Have you checked it out lately?
That is a long URL.
There's I'm sure the shortener of that is like a cuss word. We'll just make it a tiny URL and blast out the tiny URL.
There you go.
All right, so let's jump in. So,
All right.
wait, you had. Well, we'll save that news for when we do the sit-down restaurants because you did have breaking news about one of our favorite sit-downs, but it doesn't make sense to talk about it in this
We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah. All right.
So that gives people a reason to tune back in because my face, Dave's face, my voice, Dave's voice, not a reason to tune back in. No. So I have to tempt you with some sort of breaking news, if you will, about sit-down restaurants.
I like it. Okay. So where to begin?
Well, let's not do alphabetical because we know how good you are at that.
That doesn't work. We'll just start at Disney. This is Hollywood Studios. You're welcome.
Eventually, you were going to work Disney's Hollywood Studios to be first in something.
Because it starts with a D.
It starts with a D.
Starts with a D. Okay,
correct.
I will let you go first because the people have missed hearing your voice. How does that sound?
I guess. I mean, that's probably 100% false, but I would be happy to lead us off. So, as we said, we are talking about our favorite quick service restaurants in each park. And the reason I went with this quick service option in Hollywood Studios is there's a little bit of something for everybody. It's a great place. There's a lot of room, there's a lot of shade, and there's food for everybody. And that place is Fairfax Fair. Now, if you don't know where this place is in Disney's Hollywood Studios, go on in the front gate, take a right on Hollywood Boulevard, head on towards the Hollywood Tower Hotel. About 3/4 of the way to the Tower of Terror, look to the left. There's a big pergola. There's some ivy up there. There's a restaurant back there that is Fairfax Fair. Great food. It's very simple. It's just what we would term American food. There's hot dogs and hamburgers, something for everybody in the family, which is why I love this place. And there's usually plenty of seating. You may have to wait for a couple minutes for somebody to get up, but you can pretty much always find a spot there. But I always love Fairfax Fair. Like I said, if you go with a group, a lot of times we go with families and, there's 6, 7, 8 people. There's something there for everybody to eat. And you don't have to, search around for a place to sit. So Fairfax Fair, Hollywood Boulevard, down the left-hand side. Check it out. It's a great quick service place in Hollywood Studios.
Yeah. Now, I will ask you, is there something there that's particularly your jam or not necessarily?
Well, I if people don't know this about me, I love hot dogs. So they have hot dogs there, and you can get all sorts of crazy toppings on there. You can get, obviously, you can get your usual chili dog. You can get, I think they make one with avocado that you can put on there, and they have French fries you can put on there, and maybe, I think last time I was there, potato sticks. So there's some great stuff there. You can spice up your hot dog so it's not the plain normal hot dog. Now, I am also, I like plain stuff, so I'm probably just going to go with hot dog and chili, but again, something there for everybody, and it is Hollywood Studios, so you can get yourself an adult beverage there as well without having to go to a different stand. So a little something for everybody.
I've eaten there a lot with you.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think about it,
you eat there, but you just don't realize what the name of it is.
Yep. No clue. I just know they have alcohol over there, and it's not using a really long line.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. And obviously now with mobile ordering, it's super easy. You just mobile order and go pick it up, and there's always a place to sit. So Fairfax Fair on the left.
So here is a nice throwback to last week, since Brandon couldn't be a part of it. If you're looking for this fancy quick service and you've walked all the way down and you've arrived at the worst bathrooms at Disney Hollywood Studios, you've gone too far. Turn around, and it will now be on your right.
You have gone too far. I did listen to that show, and I 100% agree. Those bathrooms are awful. Always crowded, jut out into the middle of the street for no reason, and they're horrible. Yeah. So I agree with you guys on that one. But you've gone too far if you've gotten to the bathrooms of death.
Bathrooms of death. Nice. Okay. Mine is really... Brandon's is cool. Like, it's themed real well. It's outside. It's on the street, like, that's leading to, like, two of the best action adventure rides, like, in all of Walt Disney World. Mine is kind of lame, but I chose it. There is some strategery behind why I chose this. So I went with the ABC commissary. we used to always eat there even when the menu was not that great, but they have updated the menu in recent years, and it's really good. And so I have fallen in love with the meal there. So now, like, I can't go there and not get the meal. And that is, they have a buffalo chicken grilled cheese sandwich. I think I said it right. Buffalo chicken grilled cheese sandwich. So I'll read it to you. I don't have great music, or I would, maybe this will work. Let's see. Grilled sourdough toasted with buffalo chicken, Monterey, provolone, cheddar, and cream cheese. Serve with a side of buffalo sauce and your choice of side. They use the word side a lot in that. I was like, how many times are we going to say side? Okay, it's indoors. So air conditioning, a plethora of seating. So that's a bonus. It's not themed well at all. It's literally a cafeteria. Yeah. Like that's probably putting it nicely. But I do love like that meal and the fact that you can always walk in there and sit down. And Brandon and I have talked about this many times. One of the leading factors for where I typically go to a quick service is if they have drinks that you can refill as many times as you want while you're there.
Agreed.
Brandon and I are a big fan of that, especially in the hot summer. Like, I'll usually have like an unhealthy soda, but then when we leave, I'll slam it full of ice and fill it up with water and then just take it with us.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. So
100%.
That's why. So mine is more like, it's about that meal. But I mean, they've added a bunch of great stuff. Like, they have shrimp tacos. They have a Mediterranean chicken salad, pork carnitas tacos, chicken club sandwich, Mediterranean salad, California burger, which is for the vegan types. I mean, so it's a cool, like, that's it. Well, that's it for lunch and dinner. Do they even have? That's all they're open for. And they have like some Star Wars themed, like, keeper steins, keeper cups, whatever. And then they have some cool sides. Kids, like, even for the kids meal, pork taco, grilled ham and cheese sandwich. Like, it's great. Desserts are leave a little bit to be desired, but that's all right.
Yeah. I definitely like it because it seemed like it used to be a couple years ago in Hollywood studios that all the big quick service restaurants all served the same thing. It was all hamburgers and chicken tenders. And, you know, that was at the ABC commissary. And you got the same thing at the Backlot Express. So I like that the ABC commissary has switched up their menu to be something a little more unique. And I remember the first time we went, it was pretty close to when it reopened for COVID. They still had people like stationed in front of the drink stands. So you could go get another drink. You just had to get it from the person that was there. But I remember when you first had that buffalo grilled cheese sandwich and you were like, we're coming here every time. I don't care. Like, we're just coming to Hollywood studios to eat here and then we can go somewhere else. Yeah. You know, so that was, I remember that sandwich and it looks delicious. You know me and the cheese. I'm not really a fan of all of that. I was good with the provolone and the mozzarella, but then when you got to the cheddar and the cream cheese, I'm out. So maybe one day I'll try it. It sounds good. It sounds almost like buffalo chicken dip on a sandwich.
100%.
So maybe I will try it out, but I do like the ABC commissary. That was, that is still one of my favorite restaurants, quick service in there, just because it's nice to relax in there. It's always cold.
Yeah. Yes. Bathrooms attached, plenty of seating. And if you think I'm wrong about this sandwich, if you go to Walt Disney World's website and you search ABC commissary, when you go to the ABC commissary page, that meal is featured as the main picture.
That's the picture. That's the picture.
You're welcome.
If there was a character for quick service at Hollywood Studios, the character would be the buffalo chicken grilled cheese sandwich
with a side of buffalo dipping sauce.
With a side of sauce and a side of your choice on the side of your table. It's amazing.
It's a lot of sides. They have it pictured with a salad. I'm not doing that.
I don't think I've seen anybody ever get a salad with a buffalo chicken grilled cheese.
There's a time for salads, and vacation is not one of them. That's just something I stand by. Okay, I'll spring something else on us that we weren't going to do. Let's have a honorary mention, because I know that you had actually picked two. So I'll let you give an honorary mention for Hollywood Studio Quick Service.
Honorary mention for Hollywood Studios, and a lot of people are going to be super surprised by this because I hear a lot of people knock it, but I'm going to go with Pizza Rizzo. Okay, it is actually really good. Last time I was there, we were there to ride Rise of the Resistance. It broke down, so we had to wait for them to get it back up, and we were like, we need something to eat. We're on that side of the park. Pizza Rizzo was open. I went in there and I had the meatball sandwich, which was delectable. It was super good, and it's so funny that we just made up this, or we just made a joke about this, but I actually had a Caesar salad with the meatball sandwich.
Yes.
So a lot of people knock on Pizza Rizzo. They think it's cheap. The pizza's just, that cheap cafeteria style pizza, but try something other than the pizza at Pizza Rizzo. The meatball sandwich is really good. So I'm going to give my honorable mention. Is that what it's called? Honorable mention?
I probably said it
I think
wrong.
that's what it is. I'm going to give it to Pizza Rizzo.
I have been there. Believe it or not, I have been there. I did not have food. I'm seeing if they still had what I partaken of. Yes, I have it. Do not tell my wife that it was $18. Okay. I had a
$18.
frozen apple cider featuring Crown Royal apple.
Oh,
It came with a souvenir poison apple glow cube, which I gave to my son.
Ooh.
So I think I paid $16 for the drink and $2 for the light up glow cube.
oh yeah, there
Something
it
tells
is.
me.
Frozen apple cider
It was
featuring
delectable.
Crown Royal apple. $18.
Yeah, and I had a Caesar salad.
That's pretty good.
I'm a sucker for a Caesar salad. After I just said that that salads are not for vacation, I'm a sucker for, like, I used to always love going to different park, but Pizzafari. They had I would get a pizza and a Caesar salad, but they changed it to a weird salad now. It's gross.
Yeah, and it was a decent size Caesar salad. Like, it wasn't just like 4 people.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we should now go to Animal Kingdom.
Or did you agree?
Agree about
Did
what?
you agree with the honorable mention?
Oh yeah.
Did you agree with the honorable mention?
I mean, all I've had is the pizza. I mean, I almost said all I've had is the Pizza Rizzo. Nope. All I've had is the Caesar salad, but that drink was good.
Well, there you go.
I don't know. It's I liked the inside of it. It was cool. I mean, the menu doesn't look bad. I'm hardly ever over there except for to go to Galaxy's Edge. And when I'm at Galaxy's Edge, I'm going to have that Ronto wrap. So
yeah,
it's weird. So I never think to eat there, but I liked it. But it does get a bad rap.
Gotcha.
You are 100% correct.
It does definitely get a bad rep.
Yeah.
All right, so we're moving to Animal Kingdom.
They have fun drinks there, though. They have like a frozen Italian margarita. They have wine. They have something from Oregon and a Bud Light.
Something from Oregon.
Well, it was a lot of hard words. Copa, Divino, Moscato, Oregon. You can't have them fancy words and then follow it with
Oregon.
we proudly serve you the Copa Divino Moscato from Oregon. Come on, man.
That's why it's only $9. You get 2 of those for your frozen apple cider drink.
Yes, who's the one laughing to the bank now?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the idiot. All right, should we swim over to Animal Kingdom? I don't know why I said
Let's swim on over. Swim,
yeah,
fly.
I will go first because
Okay.
I have to give credit where credit is due, and that is, I don't know where I used to always eat at Animal Kingdom. Probably Pizzafari in the dinosaur place because it was easy with kids and kid friendly and inside and air conditioned. We've already talked about how that's one of the hottest places in Central Florida. Not those restaurants, but just Animal Kingdom is one of the hottest places in Central Florida. It could be a fantastic day at Magic Kingdom, but it's 147 degrees and 38,000% humidity at Animal Kingdom. So we always love to go inside and eat. But your friend, who I would call him a friend, acquaintance.
Yeah.
We've hung out a couple of times. Your friend Steve, shout out to Steve and Linda. I don't know if it was his jam or it was both of y'all's jam, but you were like, we're taking you guys here. And I went, and I haven't had quick service anywhere else at Animal Kingdom since you guys showed me that however many years ago. And that is the Yak and Yeti local cafe. It is Asian cuisine. I mean, right? I guess cuisine is a stretch, but you get fried rice.
It's Asian fare.
There you go. It's fried rice and I don't remember.
They got like honey chicken.
Yeah, honey
they got
chicken. You can get
sweet
shrimp.
and sour chicken. There's a shrimp meal.
Yeah. It's the jam. It is
and
so
it's
good.
relatively cheap. It's relatively cheap.
Yeah,
it used to be a
was.
snack credit. You used to, when they had the meal plan, the fried rice side was an actual snack credit. So that's why we started going, because you're always like, what am I going to spend my snack credits on? So if I can get a pretty substantial meal and only use a snack credit, I'm going to do that. So that's why we started going to the Yak and Yeti local area, because you can get that fried rice for a snack credit. It's pretty cheap and it's pretty filling.
I will say it's kind of all a la carte.
It is all
pretty much. So it does add up. I mean, you can get an American Kobe cheeseburger, but I don't get that. Yeah, there's a honey chicken, Korean fried chicken. I don't think I'm looking at the right place. I think there's more than one. Yak and Yeti local food cafes.
Yeah.
I don't see
that's the spot.
Price. Have they changed the menu?
Maybe. I haven't been there in a
chicken
while.
fried rice, $5.99. Yeah, that's not bad at all. And then I think I would either get the honey chicken or the sweet and sour shrimp. That's probably what I...
Yeah, that's right. They got the shrimp, they got the cheeseburger, the honey chicken, the vegetable masala, the fried chicken sandwich, and the salad. So yeah, that's right.
That's it. I love that place, man. It's good. Like, because it's just nice to not get like chicken fingers or hamburger, right? I mean, I feel like most quick service at Disney, like you can fall in that trap of getting that every time, and that's why I wanted to do this episode to show you there's like some fun like options. You don't have to just get like chicken fingers and fries everywhere you go. Yeah, so that's mine.
Agreed.
Yak and Yeti. Compliments to Steve and Brandon for showing me the light, and now it's always my jam.
Exactly. The only downside to that is it's the seating for that is a confluence of a lot of things. So it's a lot of times it's hard to find a seat that's one, big enough for your group, two, that's not in the blazing sun.
Yes.
So like there's no like in between at this area. You're either in the shade and comfortable, or you're in the sun and blazing. Yes. So, just be patient. People will get up and you will find a seat there. Enjoy your fried rice. Enjoy your honey chicken. It's delicious.
And it's deceiving.
Steve showed me. Yeah.
Go ahead. Steve showed you what?
No, I was just say Steve showed me that one time when we just happened to be walking around Animal Kingdom, and he was like, "Hey, this place is awesome. We should go there for lunch." Like I had only gone there for the fried rice because it was a snack credit. But then he was like, "No, you got to try this honey chicken. Comes with like 6 or 7 pieces of honey chicken on a bed of like white rice.
Yeah,
it's a great meal and it's relatively cheap."
Yeah. So the trick is like where that is, and it's on the way to Everest, I guess. It's kind of ish close. But it's before you get to where the monkeys hang out outside, right?
Yeah, it's right next to Kali River Rapids.
Yes, that's it. The ride that shall never be ridden.
Correct. The ride that we're tearing down.
The seating is off to the right of the little, the little building where you stand in line and order. But it goes back deceivingly far. There's like a couple of line tables, then it kind of opens up, but then it's like behind the building, and like there is a substantial amount of seating back there. But like Brandon said, it is it's worth waiting to divide and conquer and go, like somebody else start waiting for seats. And it's worth it to wait for the shade, because eventually they're very 100%. Long tables. So it's kind of like there's sometimes 2 and 3 parties at the same table, because they're really
it's like community
tables.
dining.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
There are some community like 4
dining.
and 6 toppers, but they're mostly big long tables. But yeah, it's kind of nice, and you're kind of away from the main walkway back there the further back you go, so it's kind of cool. It's themed well back there. Okay, yeah, Yak and Yeti.
Love
Thanks,
that place.
Steve and Brandon.
Yes, no problem. Love that place.
Yes.
Love that place. So mine in Animal Kingdom, and it's pretty popular, but my favorite quick serve in the Animal Kingdom is the Flametree BBQ. Mm-hmm. And the Flametree BBQ, I mean, I'm sure people know where that is in Animal Kingdom, but in case you haven't been there or you are planning to go to Animal Kingdom here in the next short term, as soon as you go by the Tree of Life, take a right, go past Bug's Life on the way to Dino Land. It is right there on the left. So the reason that I love Flametree BBQ is the portion size of food that comes for the price that you pay. So that's the number one reason. You get a lot of food. I mean, they have, a platitude of barbecue combinations. They got ribs and chicken. They got ribs and pulled pork. They got baked mac and cheese that has barbecue in it. They got pulled pork sandwiches, half chicken, ribs, and then of course for the health conscious, they have a couple salads. But it's huge portions. I know that my wife and I used to just get one of these plates that has all the meats and share them, so they are big enough to do that. So that's one of the reasons I love it. The other reason I love it is once you pick up your food, if you go around to the back of the restaurant, you go through kind of the forest or the jungle, and you go sit back. There's a big gazebo back there that's right on the water that kind of looks out on the lagoon, I guess, where they did Rivers of Light and the recently deceased Kite Tails. But yeah, it's nice. There's a breeze back there. There's fans. And it's just a nice place to sit and eat. So I love the Flametree BBQ for the setting. And then I love it for the amount of food that you get. So it's $18.99 for ribs, chicken, pulled pork, and it comes with beans and coleslaw. So, I mean, that's two of you can eat off of that. That's less than $10 a person at Disney, which is pretty good.
That's pretty great. I also just realized, looking at this, I have been robbed. Because at this restaurant, Brandon, they have a rotten apple with red glow cube. Listen to this goodness. Angry Orchard crisp apple hard cider and a Fireball cinnamon whiskey over ice, garnished with gummy worms and a souvenir glow cube for $2 cheaper than the crap I bought at Pizza Rizzo.
Pizza Rizzo saw you coming,
I have
man.
Failed. Come on.
Yeah, that sounds
Angry Orchards and Fireball. Let's go.
That sounds delicious.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, looking at their menu, like you can get a ribs and chicken combo for $15.69. And for you, that's before your pass holder discount or no?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think pass holder works there. So, I mean, it's only 10%, but it's still something. So
here, that's basically the food tax. So that's pretty good.
Yeah. For about $15, you can get a meal for two. So that's mine. I love the Flametree BBQ.
All right. I'm going to throw out the honorable mention for this part and see if you agree. And that is, I think I'm not going to murder the name, Satuli Canteen. Is that right?
Yes, that's how you say it. Yes.
Okay. So mostly because they have those, I'm not looking at the menu, but they have like the cheeseburger pods.
Yes.
They're so fun.
They are fun.
Like, and you can eat indoor and outdoor, but the outdoor is covered. It's right by the well-themed restrooms. We didn't mention, we kind of grazed over them. Right next to that place that has all of the fancy drinks, and right by the exit of Pandora. I don't remember the name of the ride of light. Visions of Light ride.
Flight of Passage. Flight of Passage.
Visions of Light at Pandora.
Visions of Light.
Coming right now. Oh, yeah. Okay, what do you think? Would you agree with that one?
So I'm conflicted on this one. I would agree if you like that kind of food. You've eaten with me a lot, so you know that I'm a very picky eater.
It is a different menu.
It's a different menu. Usually when I go there for the theming. I go there for the air conditioning. Yes. And I go there for, once again, you can refill your own drink.
Yes.
But when I go there, I usually order off the kids' meal and I get the all beef hot dog wrapped in dough. That's what I get. Because
the last time we went with you, that is what you had. That is correct.
That is 100%. Those cheeseburger things are called bao buns.
Yeah. The steamed
cheeseburger
pods.
Steamed pods.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you like that kind of stuff, I know my wife does. She usually gets like the sliced beef bowl or the chicken bowl. It has great veggies in it and things like that. It's just not my jam food wise. So if everyone wants to go there, I'm not going to throw a fit. I'll get the hot dog wrapped in dough and enjoy save some money because it's only $7.29 and I will enjoy the company and enjoy the air conditioning. Yeah. So it is a good honorable mention. It's just not my jam as far as food is.
That's fair. Like there's a couple of things that I have to try next time I go. I'm usually a sucker for those steamed balls of cheeseburgers. I don't think that's the name. But they have a
Bao
chili
buns.
garlic shrimp bowl. That sounds delectable. And a combination bowl of grilled beef and chicken. All right. Cue the music. Slow roasted sliced grilled beef marinated in a blend of garlic, herbs, red pepper spice, and red wine vinegar, paired with wood grilled chicken.
Yeah, baby.
Thighs marinated in garlic and olive oil, topped with crunchy vegetable slaw and boba balls. Serve with your choice of a base and sauce.
Base.
Bro,
and sauce.
I'm so getting that. The problem is it's $17.50, but golly, it sounds fantastic.
I mean, I think it's a big bowl. Like I know Krista can never eat all of it when she gets it, and it's got a lot of. She has had it. The only thing that I think that I knock on it is that there's not a lot of meat. So if you get like beef or chicken, there's not a lot of that protein on there. It's more the vegetables. But yeah, I mean, I've heard it's good. It's just not my jam.
All right, 'tis fair. All right,
nice.
Okay,
that's a good one.
Let's go to Magic Kingdom because I personally think for quick service, this has the worst selections out of all the other parks, so I don't want to end on that. So let's jump in at Magic Kingdom, and I will let you lead us off with your favorite quick service at the MK.
Sure. And I have to laugh at this because we were talking before we started the show, and we were like, Magic Kingdom's like the worst. There is no quick service places to choose from at the Magic Kingdom. But then we started to like, well, we have this one and this one and this one and this one. Oh, there's that one too. So we got to like 6, and we're like, okay, well, that's as many as any other park. So there is a lot, but they're not. None of them are great. So concur. I'm gonna say at the Magic Kingdom, my favorite. And this is all the way in the back by Splash Mountain Frontierland. I'm going to go with Pecos Bill's Tall Tale Cafe. Now, the reason that I love Pecos Bill's is twofold. One, the Taco Trio sampler, whatever it's called. I think it's called the Taco Trio. You can get one with beef, one with chicken, and one with pork, I think, some sort of pulled pork.
Nice.
And it's a lot of food. It's a great amount of food. And then you take it over to the toppings bar, and you could just take whatever you want. Like you just lift up the tray of lettuce and take it with you to your table. Like it doesn't matter. So that is a great thing. And then I love the theming in there. The only downside, and this has become a little bit better with mobile ordering because they only let you can only go in when you have an order. So it's gotten a little bit better, but the seating in there is crazy.
Yes.
Like it is like every man for himself. Tackle somebody to get a seat. Like plenty of times when we've gone together with, you brought Micaiah and it was Krista and you and me. And like, we sat like 5 people at like 3 seats. Like we shared seats and like rammed in there. So that's the only downside, but I love the food. And to me, it's just better than any of the other quick services at Magic Kingdom. So I'm Pecos Bill's Tall Tale Cafe.
It's not my least favorite, but I have a couple of stories from there. One, to further what you were saying, it feels like it's a massive space in there. And there appears to be a ton of seating, but next time you walk through there, think about how there's 47 small rooms of seating. Like, why are there so many walls? It's like all these little pockets, and like, here's 6 tables in this room. Here's 7 tables in this room. Ooh, there's 12 in this. Like, why isn't it just like, why are there so many walls? Like, I mean, maybe it's a structural thing, how they built it, and maybe they were mimicking something from that went with the theming. But I'm like, because you're right. Like, I don't know that it's crazy that it's hard to find. It's just like you pick a room, you're kind of like, well, I got to hang out here until somebody, because if you try to leave, somebody will get up and somebody. It's just wild. And then it does lead to a good amount of outside seating, I think, on the front and around
it's on the front
backside.
And there's some on the side, but
don't say backside.
Towards Pirates. Yeah, around the back towards Pirates.
But, the inside's in air conditioning. But I will say you are correct. It has helped with the mobile ordering. There's seating is better.
Yeah. And if you can time it right, that seating on the front side, if you get a good seat around, let's say 3:00, maybe at the Festival of Fantasy Parade, it starts and comes out right there at Frontierland by Splash Mountain. So if you time it up right and get one of those tables right next to the fence, you have perfect viewing, perfect seat for the Festival of Fantasy Parade.
Festival of Fantasy
Parade of Fantasy.
Away we go. Can't wait. 3 months ish. And then my other story about that place is, let me introduce you guys to my dad. So my dad, apart from being the slowest eater on the planet, I don't know, as Golden Corral in most places in the country, that's by far his favorite restaurant. And we all have to drive separately because he'll have 9 or 10 plates. And he's 160 pounds in the bill of health. Just so you know. But so he'll go there and get a 4-ounce hamburger. And by the time he's done at the Fixins bar, he's made a salad with the Fixins, with the dressing that he's brought with him. And his burger is now 14 inches tall from all of this. And then we all get to sit there and wait for him to finish. That man loves to stack on additions. Like, what do you call sides? I don't know. What do you want to call it? Like fixins? My man loves some fixins. I couldn't believe he was like, my man made a salad and my mom opened up her purse and pulled out a dressing. I was like, what is going on? Welcome to but you know what? My man is frugal and it is paid off in retirement. So I cannot judge.
It has.
Holy cow. That is my favorite story about that place.
Yeah. I mean, when you stack your burger up that high, you essentially have to eat your burger 3 times because you take a bite and like half of it falls out. Yes. And then you put it back on and you bite and half of it falls out.
My man made a salad from the Fixings. I will never forget that. Woo! Please email us if you have someone in your family like that, because those are my favorite people. We just love to pick them up. Okay. All right. So for me, like we've talked about this so many times, it's not even like worth going into detail. And that's Columbia Harbor House. I just like it because, again, it's like the most different quick service in Magic Kingdom, right? As far as the options of what you can get, I guess is the best way to say it. I mean, because it's seafood fair. I typed in Columbia, and the first thing that popped up was sportswear. Almost clicked it.
Almost.
That's again in Disney Springs, and we're not talking about Disney Springs in this episode. So speaking of Disney Springs, I'm just. So they have a lobster roll, grilled salmon, sea captain catch, which is fish, grilled shrimp skewer, a trio platter, which is fried shrimps, chicken strips, and battered fish. That's probably the best one to get because it comes with a hush puppy. Shut your mouth. And hail to the leaf. Don't get that. Just don't like. If it's hail to the leaf, like the creative naming strategy alone, skip it. I'm not even going to read to you what's in there. But they also, because it is conveniently located, in my opinion, across from the best classic ride in all of Disney history, they also have the Doom Burger. But it sucks because I ordered that thinking it was like, oh snap, it's a crab cake sandwich. I missed the 2 words before that. I got this at the 15th anniversary. It starts off. I
remember that day.
It starts off with plant-based. Son of a brother. It was not fantastic, but the name was great. And if it would have been real, like it's Columbia Harbor House full of seafood. And why would I have thought that it wasn't real crab cake? Why would you say crab cake sandwich if it was? Why would you even include that?
I mean, if you look at the menu, it is under the plant-based section, and then the first 2 words are plant-based. So
you're saying 4 words deep. I should have figured it out, and it's the only
4
one.
words deep, and it's by itself. Like anything on a menu that's listed by itself, you should be pretty wary of. Yeah. That's any quick service. There's all these things like you got lobster rolls, shrimp skewers, hail to the leaf. I think hail to the leaf should have been down with the Doom Burger, but
you are correct.
I mean, I'm not a marketing expert, but looking at this menu, hail to the leaf seems like it's plant-based.
Well, except because it's topped with chicken strips. That's the reason. That kills it.
Okay.
But if you get it sans chicken strips, hail to the leaf, and squeeze on down to the plant-based menu. There's plenty of room. There's only one. Party of one.
I agree. And that grilled shrimp skewer is actually really good. It comes on top of rice and green beans. So if you're like health conscious, like it's good. It's one of these places where everybody can get something that you like. So if you don't like fried stuff, you got the grilled shrimp skewer, you got the hail to the leaf, you got the Doom Burger. So, we went there on the 50th anniversary and we all sat down and we all had something completely different from each other. And it was great. And we sat there upstairs where nobody knows about still.
Yes.
We say it to you every episode. We talk about the Columbia Harbor House. People, get your food from the register, turn around. There are steps that go vertically from the ground floor.
I think they're
to
in
the next
multiple
floor.
places. I think
And
there's
they're
more
in
than one
multiple
set of
places.
steps.
There may be 3 different ways to get to the top floor.
Yeah.
Go up there. Nobody knows
You might
about
get a
it.
window seat staring out at the Liberty Bell. Just saying.
You might. I'm just saying. Check it out, people.
Yeah. And I will say, when we did that was that was on the 50th anniversary, October 1. Up there, for those of you who are in the know, we got to see Allie and Justin Scard. So if you know who that is, like, you won't be surprised that he was there on the 50th anniversary day one, but it was cool to chat with him for a minute. And he's a big Disney parks fanatic, grew up steps from Disneyland, but has a vlog that he covers a lot of travel, different things, but it's mostly Disney related. So it was cool to hang out with him.
It was cool.
All right,
good to see them.
cool. Like cool menu for quick service. That's all I'm trying to say. Like it's not your average
Great
fare.
menu.
Yeah. Okay.
Great menu. Yeah,
is
for
there
sure.
an honorable mention here?
So for me,
My guess would be I would say no. So I'm going to let you pick it.
So I'm going to say yes, because I don't know if you've ever even gone to this place with me. And I mention it a lot. My honorable mention for Magic Kingdom is Sleepy Hollow. Sleepy Hollow
Is that the Pinocchio place?
No. If you go to the hub, take a left, go across the bridge, like you're going to Liberty Square, right? Right before you get to where the Muppets did the great moments in American history, there's a building, a little hut. It's called Sleepy Hollow. They have one of the best quick service little sandwiches, meals that I've ever had. And it is called, let me look so I don't mess it up. It is called the Sweet and Spicy Chicken Waffle Sandwich.
Oh my.
It's delicious. Let me look this up so I'll see if it's
Are you going to read the menu? Because I can play the
music. Yeah. I'm going to see if it's worthy of the menu, but I got to find it here. So here.
Oh gosh.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sleepy Hollow. Sweet and spicy chicken waffle sandwich. It is broccoli slaw with a honey sriracha glazed chicken breast served on a fresh waffle with house made chips. Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think okay. Do you cross the bridge? It's right there on the right. And if you turn right and head toward the back part of the castle, is it on the left? Is that it?
So
right?
if you,
okay.
yeah,
So we did go there during the 50th, but we got I think
funnel
you and I
cake.
shared a funnel cake. Yes.
and we drank 48 glasses of free ice water.
Yes, we did.
Because we sat at the benches right there, right before the bridge. We sat there for at least 3 hours, I think.
Well, we went
We were there
live
for
with
a-
Rob Fuzz while we were there.
We did go live with Rob Fuzz, and right there. If you go down that way and take a right to go behind the castle to like where Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique is,
Yes.
the Cinderella water fountain, it's right there on the left hand side. On the right hand side, there's usually a PhotoPass photographer that
Yes.
takes one of the cool shots. Either the like in the fall, there's like leaves blowing out of your hands, or there's confetti, or there's some kind of cool thing right there. But yes, Sleepy Hollow, get yourself the sweet and spicy chicken waffle sandwich. It is delectable.
All right. I would concur. I've only had that one treat and 47 glasses of free water there. But I just, you know what it is? I forget about it. Or every time we walk by there, I'm like, it seems that like the line is really long, but it's not because the building is 5 foot long by 6 foot tall. So it just seems like, and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at all the people in line. But if I probably stopped and counted, there's probably like 7 people. So, you know.
And everything's made fresh there. So they
Yes.
got funnel cakes, they got the waffles, but they make it all fresh. So it takes a little bit of time to get your food.
It's worth it.
It's been a little better since they allow mobile ordering there.
That's a win.
But yeah, it is it's well worth the wait. If you just want a quick snack that is pretty filling, go to Sleepy Hollow, get that waffle sandwich.
You know, the one memory that I have of that place that I never went back and did, being my favorite attraction is the Haunted Mansion. There was a time where they had the Madame Leota cup that lit up, and that was a spot that had it, and I just kept forgetting to go back. And so now if I want it, I'm sure I have to go to eBay and pay $70.
Which you probably will do.
But I bet I can get it.
I bet you can. I bet you probably will.
Let's end at the world of eating, which is
world of eating.
Epcot. And I'm nervous that they're going to be ridiculously disappointed with our choices, seeing how Epcot is known for food. First of all, they're probably going to be like, why are we having a quick service conversation about Epcot with all of the great restaurants?
Correct.
But I think that's fair. Because then we're skipping over this because it's so hard. Because I did think about, well, should we cover the festivals? Because the festivals always have great, amazing food. But I didn't think that was fair because if you don't go during a time where that particular one is open, it's kind of we'll call it seasonal for lack of a better term. It's a seasonal spot. But so we figured we would go with the staples. And so they may not be your favorite, but mine has memories attached to it, and it was just always great. And so, all right, I'll go first. Mine has always been, I don't even know the name of it, but it's where you get the fish and chips in England. Great Britain?
The Yorkshire County Fish Shop.
Great Britain or England?
The United Kingdom.
So close. I had a 1 in 3 shot.
So close.
Failed miserably. Yeah, so we always went there. I shouldn't say always, but I would say 95% of the time we would make our way around the world and land there because there was a clearish path for illuminations. Right next to it, there's a very small seating area, and we always were able to, seems like we would land a little table. And so I would obviously have to, I think the closest one was, what is it, Madagascar? What is the one that's over that way? If you go...
The closest what?
Country where they had chicken fingers from Makaya. I forget that... It's not Madagascar. What is it? I can't remember.
Morocco?
Yes, thank you. So I would always have to go run to Morocco and get her, chicken and apples and fries or whatever and run back. Because she was not eating fish, and we would eat fish and then sit there and we would be able to sit and watch the fireworks, which was always great. Cause that's kind of other than a couple of restaurants, that's like the one rare spot to sit and watch that show. Now, I mean, you can certainly do it with Harmonious, but I would not call that's probably one of the worst viewing angles you could probably have for that show. You would be way off on the side, not seeing very much at all of the Stargate. But so I think it's more because we were talking before the show, and I was like, well, I was going to choose this one, and I think you chose it, and then you were like, no, it's okay, I got it. I was like, no, you take it, because I wanted to pick one that I've probably eaten there more than one other place, which we'll talk about in a minute, which will not be an honorable mention, but there's a fun story attached to that. So yeah, York and Yorkshire Fish Chop House.
Yes. The York and Yeti Chop House Fish Steak.
Yes, it's in England, Great Britain, the UK. That's what
that place is great. And I mean, there's a lot of memories at the Yorkshire County Fish Shop for us as well. Whenever we used to come here for vacation before we lived here, again, when the meal plan existed, that was our quick service lunch meal at Epcot. Nice. Every time, no matter what we did, we had fish and chips at Epcot. So a lot of great memories there. A lot of time scoping out tables, making friends with people there, sitting for an hour and a half to wait for the fireworks, and then checking it out. So I love that place. If my pick was not my pick, that would have been my pick. Does that make sense?
Yes.
If I didn't pick mine, that would have been my pick. So mine is a relatively new place. If you walk around to America, and it's kind of blasé. It's kind of cliche that, we live in America and Epcot is like the park of the world. And there's so many great places to eat, but this is my favorite. And that's the Regal Eagle Barbecue, the Regal Eagle Chop House, whatever it's called back there in America. That place is the bomb. The food is amazing. The portion size is awesome.
Yes.
And it's, I mean, I say it's themed cool, but it's really just like a big cafeteria style place with a lot of seating. It's indoors, and Epcot can be super hot, especially when you get back there towards America and Italy and Madagascar. It's very warm back there, so it's a great place to get out of the heat. There's also a nice bar next to it, so if you like the adult beverages, you can just walk up to the bar, get yourself a beverage, and then get your barbecue at the Regal Eagle. Yeah. So that's kind of one of my new favorite places in Epcot, just because the food is good. I love barbecue, and it's a great halfway stop around the world.
Since I seem to naturally navigate to the plant-based menu, have you tried the barbecue jackfruit burger?
No, I have not. Is it good? Have you?
Nope. I have not. I just was like, I'm not dry. Like, jackfruit and burger are two words that never ever go together. No, I have had the sliced Texas beef brisket sandwich. Stop right now and go get it. It's amazing. And I think don't they have the Chick-fil-A type of fries?
Yes. Yeah, they're like waffle fries. Yeah.
And then I also got wait, no, I didn't, because it was sandwich based. Can you get the North Carolina chopped smoked pork as a sandwich, not a platter? I thought for sure I got a barbecue sandwich, and it was like I ate this, like kind of like Pecos Bills. I ate the sandwich, and there was a whole nother serving of barbecue sitting on my plate from what if maybe that was
I feel
somewhere
like they
else.
Used to have. I feel like they used to have that pork on a sandwich too. Yeah. So maybe they changed it. But I mean, the great thing about this place, looking at the menu, it's not that expensive.
No,
I mean, the most expensive meal on there is the ribs, which are always expensive no matter where you go eat, and they're $16.50 or $16.30 or whatever. So again, it's a great portion size of food, comes with a side, and it's relatively cheap. So it's a great place.
If you want to put that Regal, in perspective, my wife ran and got my son a #1 combo from Chick-fil-A tonight. She popped her head in the door when she came back. She said, "Guess how much a #1 combo cost at Chick-fil-A now?" I said, "Oh no." She said, $8.69. So that's literally 2 combos, and you can get freaking ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, most places you go to get ribs, especially if it's like at a restaurant, they're like, you're not paying less than $20.
No. So I mean, ribs are expensive.
Yeah.
I guess pigs are expensive. I don't know.
Yeah. And I've had the beer battered onion rings there as well.
Those are good.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Like, I think you touched on this. This was recently rethemed. Before that, I would say this was the place in Epcot that you should avoid the most.
Correct.
But now it's worth it. Awesome. And they have you all can also refill your own drinks there. I don't know if you touched on that or not. That's another big bonus.
No, I forgot about that.
Big, giant room, tons of seating, no walls to make it seem smaller. It's a nice big square room with seating.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. And it used to be a place just, that served hamburgers and chicken fingers.
Yeah.
It was pretty blasé, just kind of hidden around the corner from the American experience. And literally when you went in there, there was 5 people in there. Yeah. That's how bad that restaurant used to be. I mean, so every time I go into the Regal Eagle now, it's just packed.
Yes. I mean, I guess that you were like going for the American experience on food. You have that same food at every quick service in all of your parks. Like, it was no different. So I'm glad that they actually
America's everywhere at Disney.
Come on. So well done.
Come on now.
We want to talk. Well, let's do this. Let's do your honorable mention, because you had one picked out, and I have not been there yet.
Yeah, because it's brand spanking new.
Yeah.
So my honorable mention, and I just went there last weekend when I went to, or 2 weekends ago, when I went to the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind preview. We'll get to that in another show. Maybe we'll talk about it before we talk about sit-down restaurants next week. That ride's a game changer for Walt Disney World. That's all I'm going to say. You'll have to listen to next week.
Nice.
Game changer for Walt Disney World. But right beside that, right across from the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, is the brand new eatery, the Connections Cafe. Now, we made a lot of fun of the name when we found out the Connections Cafe was going to be the name. But this
I forgot about that.
this quick service is it's good. It's the real deal. The burgers are amazing. Matthew, who I went with, he got a burger. It had some sort of like smoked corn on top of it with a crazy sauce that he said was amazing. I had a chicken sandwich. It's their house chicken sandwich. It came with like a semi-spicy, creamy kind of house-made sauce and pickles on it. I didn't eat the pickles. But it was delicious. And they have a waffle there. It's like a Nutella waffle that is super popular. But this place is really good. It's really big. If you've ever been to like the closest thing I can describe is like if you've ever been to the All-Star resorts and you've been to their food courts, their cafeterias, their eateries, that's what this place kind of feels like. You have the food hub in the middle, and then there's just tons of seating everywhere. So we loved it. We hit the Starbucks in the morning, which is on the right side of the Connections Cafe. So in the morning, it's great. You can take your food. Your breakfast sandwiches are kind of around the corner and sit in the cafe and eat those. And then in the afternoon, I think at about 11 o'clock, the other side opens up and lots of seating, good food. But yeah, Connections Cafe would definitely be an honorable mention just because it's got some good variety of food and there's a lot of places to sit.
So I went and looked up the menu. There's some confusion going on here. I searched Connections, chose Connections Cafe. There was not a menu option, and it talked about Starbucks. So then I was like, what? So I typed it in again. So unfortunately, the correct name, if you're looking for what they serve.
Oh, the Connections Eatery.
Cafe sounds so much cooler. But I guess they are technically two different places. Weird. Yeah, so now I'm looking at the menu. Oh, they have a meatball pizza. Brandon, that just sounds like you.
Yeah, I almost got that, but I had, I wanted to try something a little bit different, but it looked really good. It has big balls on it.
Now, the funny, so here's my funny story. This is why I wanted Brandon to go this. When you think of Epcot, most adults over the age of 21 associate Epcot with like drink around the world or like best park to get like fantastic food in, right? Between all of the festivals and the sit down restaurants, some of our favorites are there for sure. But for years, for some reason, I always went to the Electric Umbrella right up front in Future World. And like would have a quick service and eat a little hamburger and some nasty French fries, but I got my free drink refills that were in there.
That's right.
Like, I just always hit there. Well, what's funny is, and this was not the same experience with you, which I find comical. Matthew, the first thing that he said when he got back, he was like, dude, we ate at the Connections Cafe. When I rung out, I used Apple Pay. And the Apple Pay rung up as the Electric Umbrella. But then you checked out after him, and it said what?
It said the Connections Eatery or Cafe. It said what it was supposed to. We used the same register and used our Apple Watches with Apple Pay. Same thing. So I guess it knew that Matthew maybe liked the Electric Umbrella, and it was bringing back a little sentimentality to him.
It made me very happy. I was like, yes, they're using the same pay system for that, but maybe not, because that wasn't the case. Or maybe he was the last ever customer for the Electric Umbrella.
I was expecting like confetti to shoot out, like balloons to fall. Like, you have been the 1 millionth and last customer to the Electric Umbrella.
Oh my God!
Your meal is free. And another thing I wanted to mention about the Connections Eatery, I don't know if you are you looking at the menu online?
I am right now. Mm-hmm.
Scroll to the bottom. This is the thing that I think is so great about this, and it doesn't affect me, but I know a lot of people in the world are gluten-free and egg-free and allergy.
Wow.
You should see the extensive menu of stuff that they have for people that are egg allergy friendly, gluten allergy friendly, shellfish allergy friendly, milk allergy friendly. There is a extensive list of food.
There literally might be 100 choices. I'm not kidding.
Sick. There's 100 choices.
Oh my gosh. So there's.
I thought that was super cool.
Gluten, wheat, egg, fish, shellfish, milk, peanut, tree nut, soy. And when I say like those are the sections, like the shortest section of allergy friendly is milk. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 options. And that's the shortest, that's the smallest one. Like the longest one I think is fish and shellfish. Shellfish is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. There are 20 options. I don't think there's a Disney World menu that is as extensive as this right here.
Nope. And I noticed that when we were there, and I think they make
insane.
all that stuff in separate parts of the kitchen. So it's super cool that Disney's looking out for people that have those kind of, allergies, because a lot of the other places, you're not going to be able to walk up to the Yorkshire County fish shop and say, hey, I have a soy allergy. Can you make my fish soy free?
No.
It's just not going to happen. So it's good that Epcot included those people in this.
Yeah.
So.
And if you've ever done that, you know exactly what we're talking about. But to give like a perspective, I remember it was at one of the value resorts, I forget, and so early on we were wondering if our daughter might be that, and so we just switched over to that diet for a good year or so, just before she got tested. We were and so we went to King's Dominion. We went to Disney World. We decided to do that. Long story short, like when you do that and you order that, literally the chef comes out, talks to you, and then he went back and made it. The tray is a different color, so it's not even going through the same like washing, like whatever machine that they run it through to clean and wash the trays. It's everything is separate. Like it's like so you can trust that if you have that allergy, like Disney is taking it serious. Like that is judging by this menu, that's probably no doubt to anyone who's ever looked at this menu. Holy cow, that's impressive. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yes.
Wow, we've exceeded an hour.
Wow.
I did not think that
See,
was gonna
happen. I told you people, we can talk about food all day.
Goodness.
All day.
Okay, I think that wraps up our part 1 of our 3-part series on, I guess we'll call this All the Food.
All the food.
Or
all the food part 1.
All the food. It's all the food. Hashtag quick service.
Hashtag quick service.
All right.
All the food.
This was great. Welcome
all right.
back.
This
hey,
is fun.
I know we haven't talked in person, but like I'm coming to the world in August.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm stoked.
You'll have a bigger family.
I will have a bigger family with a smaller member.
Will have nothing to do with us, but hopefully it works out to see you guys, because that will be very early days.
Yes, hopefully so. I will plan on making it happen, my friend.
I like it. Well,
I like it.
This is good. Until part 2, we bid adieu. Sorry.
And we got so close.
It has been a week.
We got so close.
It has been a week.
We got so close.
It would be like, we don't typically talk about a lot of worldly things on here, but to me, it would be amiss not to mention the tragedy that happened yesterday in Texas. Like, families, we see you, we hear you. This is inexcusable. It needs to stop. We have to find a resolution. We love you. We're praying for you. Like, we don't have answers, and I know that no one does. So you are in our thoughts and in our prayers, especially as somebody who has 2 elementary age children. It's been fun conversations the last 24 hours or so. So, hate to end that. Like, gosh, why don't I end it like on a bummer? I just felt like it would be remiss not to say anything. Like, it's a big deal. Didn't want it to go unsaid. Yes,
I agree. Couldn't have said it better myself.
All right, Skiddly Biscuit. I'm going to go eat something now because I've looked at menus for the past hour.
Biscuits. That's right. Until next time, our lovely, lovely audience.
Bicycle.
Peace.